Welcome to a short class on size up and how to read smoke. In this video we're going to talk about fire behavior and some of the techniques that you can use that will not only enhance your safety but allow you to make better tactical decisions while operating on the fire ground. Here are some tips that can help you locate the seat of the fire. First, look for the fastest moving smoke venting from similar size openings. Another technique is to look for the tallest smoke column. You can also look for black, thin, fast-moving smoke. Taking a look at this structure, compare the smoke venting from similar size openings, such as windows, doors, and the soffit and eave line of the roof. Where do you see the fastest moving smoke? How about the tallest smoke column? Can you see the thin, black, fast-moving smoke venting from the hole in the roof? The steam conversion venting from the same hole is an indicator that attack crews are making a good push and are knocking down the fire. It's important for firefighters to recognize the warning signs of hostile fire events, such as flashovers, backdrafts, smoke explosions, and rapid fire spread. Let's take a look at the warning signs of flashover. They include turbulent smoke, which is heat pushed and ready to ignite. Another indicator is rollover, which is licks of flame that can be visible in the smoke. Vent point ignition is when the smoke reaches its right mixture with air and ignites. Dense zero visibility smoke is dangerous because of the amount of fuel present. Firefighters need to increase their situational awareness so they can identify these warning signs before they occur. You might not be able to prevent a hostile fire event from occurring. You just don't want to become part of the event. Here firefighters are setting up for their attack but are not recognizing the changing fire conditions. Can you see the turbulent smoke flow venting from the doorway? The key is to be proactive. Here firefighters are caught off guard, placing them in a compromised position, forcing them to react and play catch-up. Be careful of porch or roof overhangs, which can mask turbulent smoke flow. In reduced visibility and up close, it can be difficult to identify. Remember also that ventilation, both natural and mechanical, can induce flashovers. Let's take a look at what flashover looks like from the inside. Here we have a normal room with modern furnishings. As the fire grows and develops, it radiates heat out to the ceiling, walls, and surrounding furnishings. When they can no longer absorb any more heat, they radiate that energy back into the center of the room in what's known as retroreflective radiant heat energy, also known as thermal radiation heat feedback. This further intensifies conditions in the room, causing the surrounding materials to off-gas until the point where they all reach their ignition temperature and flashover occurs. Not only are conditions in the fire room unsurvivable at this point, but as the fire vents out the doorway, adjacent rooms will quickly become untenable as well. Proper stream application can control or even prevent flashover. Let's take a look at the penciling technique. Observe the firefighter in the center of the room. Using a straight or solid stream and directing short bursts toward the ceiling, you can cool the fire gases below their ignition temperature without disrupting the thermal layering. You'll notice after stream application that the flashover has been suppressed and conditions are lightening up to the point where firefighters can start to get out of a crouching position and sit upright. Let's look at some warning signs for a backdraft. Be on guard when you encounter tightly sealed or well-insulated buildings. Be watchful for windows that are smoke stained. Yellowish-gray smoke is an indicator that high heat is present, making conditions ripe for a backdraft. Use caution when you encounter a lot of smoke in a specific area and little or no visible fire. Backdrafts can be extremely violent, but there are some safety precautions you can take that will help you avoid being seriously injured or worse. First, always wear your full protective equipment, including SCBA. Second, never position directly in front of a potential vent, such as windows, doors, or breaches in the building that the blast wave could vent from. Smoke explosions can occur during growing or developing fires. Watch out for an increase in smoke density or thickness, as well as fire gases getting trapped in void spaces. Notice that the smoke venting from this structure is volume pushed, very thick, and low velocity. Once a flame is introduced, there's a pop of the smoke, which can be classified as a smoke explosion. Regardless of how you define it, be careful, because one hostile fire event can lead to another. Always watch out for changing smoke conditions. Looking at the same location shortly afterwards, you'll notice that the smoke is now changing to turbulent flow. This leads to flashover and a continuous burn. Once flashover occurs, you can have rapid fire spread. One way to predict rapid fire spread is to look for fast-moving smoke in hallways, stairwells, and on the outside. Here we have a two-story multifamily apartment building with fire involving one unit on the first floor. Compartment 1 on the right is rapidly approaching flashover. Take a look at the direction and travel of smoke flow. Where the smoke goes, so can the fire, and this can help you predict the path of fire spread. As compartment 1 flashes over, compartment 2 on the left is showing turbulent smoke through the broken windows. The fire is now auto-extending to the second floor balcony, basically following the same path as the smoke. As compartment 2 flashes over, the fire rapidly intensifies. The school of thought is to use large lines when faced with a large body of fire. But if you're working with a smaller hand line with a large flow fog nozzle, don't lose composure, because you can still safely knock down a large body of fire from the outside by using a narrow to medium range fog pattern. This can give you greater steam conversion and a faster extinguishment over a larger area. For safety reasons, only employ this tactic when you're on the outside and not in the room that's involved. When greater reach and penetration is needed, you can switch back to a straight stream. Rapid fire spread can trap firefighters, so always have a secondary means of egress. Notice the turbulent smoke flow venting from the two windows on the second floor. This firefighter was lucky to escape. This incident occurred in Toronto, Canada in 2006 and trapped 5 firefighters. Fortunately, all were able to make it out alive. Black fire is a slang term and is used to describe smoke when volume, velocity, density, and color are at their worst. When you see it, don't be overly aggressive, because no one will be alive in that room or compartment. Take a look at the smoke and remember what you see. There's a lot of it. It's black, thick, and fast moving. Basically, the smoke is acting just like flames. You may not be able to prevent a hostile fire event, just don't become part of it. Remember these safety tips. Vent, high to release heat. Quench, or cool it down. Flank, and don't be directly in front of the vent. I want to give special thanks to Dave Dotson, the originator and author of the Art of Reading Smoke program. As Dave is well known for saying, don't just be safe, make it safe. Thanks for watching.